so very much for joining me right here on Off the Screen. This is your Friday Night SmackDown Post Show for March 24th, 2023. I'm your host, JD from New York, as always. Coming to you live from the OTS venue. Thank you guys so much for joining me on Friday evenings, where everyone we won't be coming to you live from the OTS venue as you see it now, but we'll be coming to you from the OTS venue right downstairs, right below me. You guys need to be watching on YouTube next Friday, man. Don't listen to the audio show. Don't listen on Podbean or iTunes or Spotify. You need to see this for yourself, man. Mother's Basement. We've taken the age-old meme that wrestlers and trolls alike love to use, and I turned it into an absolutely fucking beautiful concept that my guys over at Media Design are gonna blow you away with, man. I can't wait. We are legitimately 1 week away. It's the most exciting thing about my wrestling. Debuting this new thing, man. It lined up so perfectly. I can't wait for you guys to see this. It is going to be a brand new interactive experience for the show. We will be doing big things next week. Come dressed to impress. Come drinking your favorite, and I mean favorite, cold beverage, and make sure it is ice cold. We're gonna have a damn good time. And we're gonna hit WrestleMania weekend off like nobody in this community will be able to do. I love that. Can't wait to see you guys in the venue next week and to see your reaction for the latest extension of the OTS universe. It's gonna be great. SmackDown. I wouldn't say SmackDown was great. It was largely uneventful and boring. It wasn't a bad show by any means, but it further storylines. One in particular, and that is Rey Mysterio and Dominic.
I think I've grabbed all I can.
Mysterio. And we might as well start off with that. That was the most important thing that happened on the show. You know, I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a hot take, because that's what we do, and I love triggering people. Apparently anything I say is really being monitored under a microscope. Legitimately. Your takes. I don't take it. I only hand those out for the rest of the fucking weeks. I don't take those. There's nothing but W's coming off this show. We've been right about nearly goddamn everything on this fucking show. But a little bit of a hot take for you, man. I know a lot of people, some people in the community are very, very sensitive, overly sensitive, in some circles about Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. You got your Cody fanatics who think that he's done enough to be back to warrant a WWE Championship victory at WrestleMania. Then you got, people like me and my camp who don't think he's done enough, and we need a little bit more Cody in the oven for a WWE Universal Heavyweight Championship victory over Roman Reigns. That's not something that WWE likes to hand out every single year. Roman Reigns has been undefeated for 3 years now. So they're not just going to hand that loss, that first loss. They're not going to hand out breaking 1,000 days to just anybody. And yes, Cody is just not anybody. He is a megastar. He is the guy. I don't know how many times I have to tell you guys he is the guy. But he's not the guy right now. Roman is the guy. Roman has done absolutely everything humanly possible to continue to prove to you guys that he is the guy. I do not want to see Roman lose the championship. And I want Cody to see himself through the process. A torn pec is not enough. Rumble win at number 30 is not enough. People are so, Stardust, the torn pec, Hell in a Cell. These things don't matter. Cody is not that guy anymore. Cody is the guy that we saw him when he left AEW. The AEW version of Cody that has been built over the last 7 years. That's the Cody that we need. That Cody has not done enough in WWE. That's my point. If you don't understand continue to please make excuses and push your own narrative along with it. So, to me, the build for Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes is just not there. Am I excited for the match? Of course I am. I can't wait to fucking see the match. It's gonna be fucking great. The crowd is gonna be fucking great. The whole aura of it, the experience of it is gonna be fantastic. But this is my hot take. This is my hot take. Outside of the Usos, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens for the Tag Team Championships. That's my number one. That's the most exciting thing on the show. That's my number one match on WrestleMania week. The second best build for WrestleMania season concluded tonight in Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio. This has been the best feud for WrestleMania outside of what I just mentioned with the Usos, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens. I would put it ahead of Roman and Cody. I would absolutely put it ahead of Roman and Cody. The build has been perfect. They have not rushed. I mean, this thing's been building since last year. They've taken their time with it. The strategic move of Rey Mysterio over to SmackDown and Baron Corbin over to Monday Night Raw because Rey wanted to get away from his son. The little things that Triple H did to continue this feud and get this feud to a point where it didn't overstay its welcome, and it didn't get boring, and they didn't do it weekly, running out of ideas and running the fucking train with the wheels spinning over and over and over again, doing the same shit every fucking week. They have strategically went about the Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio feud in the most perfect, well-timed, brilliant way possible, to a point where there's enough there. You see, the amount of time that Rey and Dominic have had on TV together, that's what Cody Rhodes is. That's what I'm talking about. Do you guys want a good example? That's what I'm talking. Sami Zayn's another one. Why? Ask yourself these questions while watching this show tonight. Why does JD like these two matches and the build to these two matches more so than Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, given that Cody and Roman is the mega match for WrestleMania week? Long-term booking. It's very simple. It's very simple. Why am I more intrigued in those two matches? Why do I consider those two matches the top of the line feud going into WrestleMania more so than Roman Reigns and Cody? Long-term booking. They have been strategically placed, and we've seen it played out over months and months and months to a point where this is it. It's enough. You know it's time. That's what Cody and Roman don't have. That's the best way for me to explain it to you. The Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio feud has been built beautifully. The weeks and weeks and weeks of denial, I'm not going to wrestle you, son. I love you. I can't do that. I'm not going to give you what you want. Him joining Judgment Day and breaking his father's heart for Rey Mysterio to go to SmackDown, and then, nice and easy, they snuck him in there because he's, obviously part of Rhea Ripley's act. Mommy is on SmackDown challenging Charlotte Flair, the android, for the SmackDown Women's Championship. So where Rhea Ripley goes, Dominic goes. And that's the same brand that Rey Mysterio's on, and they just picked it up very casually. They didn't do anything over the top. They didn't force anything. Everything just naturally, organically happened to where we see it now. And everybody was like, oh yeah, including me. Everybody's like, oh yeah, they got to do something at the Hall of Fame to really get this match to where it needs to be. Don't book the match until Dominic crashes the Hall of Fame ceremony. I think after what we saw tonight, they went about it probably in a better way. I think everybody was like, oh my god, that's a great scenario. That's something that WWE's never done before. But, what they did tonight was perfect. Dominic scolding his mother, telling his mother to shut up, and basically calling his sister a loser, and Rey Mysterio denying before that happened, denying a match with Dominic Mysterio. Only for Rey Mysterio to hear all this from Dominic, scolding his wife, Dominic's mother, and his sister, Rey's daughter, to finally come on over and punch Dominic in the face. That crowd exploded in Las Vegas tonight. Beautiful. reason why this match is so good, and it's something that the Roman and Cody match also doesn't have. And Sammy and KO actually will have this a little bit, not too much, but not more than Ray and Dominic. It is not only personal, but it is very relatable. It is very relatable. How many parents out there have had a son or a daughter that has kind of gone the way of Dominic Mysterio, disobeying rules and, going rogue and not listening to their parents? For parents not to really do much of anything because they love their children and being forced to do something that they don't want to do. It is a relatable story. And that's why people popped when Ray punched Dominic. And that's why people are going to be very excited about this match at WrestleMania. It was a tremendous moment tonight. And I thought WWE, I thought Triple H has handled everything brilliantly. As soon as Triple H got on board with Creative, man, Judgment Day has taken off. They are absolutely the best stable in WWE outside the Bloodline. Dominic Mysterio has absolutely killed it in Judgment Day. I don't know if that was the plan all along. I don't know if they were going to make it as good as they were with Vince there. But when Triple H took over, man, Dominic took on a life of his own. He's grown into the role. Same thing with Priest. Same thing with Balor. Same thing, more so with Rhea Ripley. They all complement each other.
Hello. Yeah.
Just fucking killed it, man. I was going Dominic, honestly. I'm not really a big fan.
I'm in the house chilling. What? Playing game. What?
How he's molded himself on his father, which also helps
What's that?
with his father. But how he's just come along in the story.
Mm-hmm.
It really is.
What I'm gonna give you $25.
Doing what he's doing.
Alright.
I think it's all fantastic.
So how's your run, yo? Who told you I'm in the hospital, right?
Yeah. He told me.
Much of anything else on SmackDown.
He told you you can't be basically by something no more.
Yeah. He told me that too.
Yeah, so we trying to work out some shit. I need your help.
Alright. As close to being as good as their
Alright, no problem.
Alright, yo, just let me know, and I can send money to the school.
Dropping the
And we can work it out.
Alright.
Triple H giving Pete Dunne his energy.
Alright, no problem.
About that. And we'll have some fun tonight, man. We'll have some fun. Also, the Intercontinental Championship contract signing, which I thought was fantastic stuff as well. That's another match I'm more excited to see than anything else on the show.
Alright.
We're going to have some fun with this, man. I'm glad you guys joined me tonight on the podcast. We got 1,800 people in here. Still piling on a, I was going to say Sunday. I don't even know what fucking day of the week it is. I'm so tired. Friday night here on Off the Script for SmackDown Post. Before I get into anything, man, because I may get in trouble by them because they've already scolded me before, but I want to give you guys an opportunity to get yourself settled, go get yourself a cold beverage, and also I want you guys to know that The Ridge is sponsoring tonight's show, and they are celebrating 10 years of The Ridge. And because we are sponsored by The Ridge tonight, we are giving everyone listening to me up until Sunday 40% off anything on the website. When you use code SCRIPT, or go to ridge.com/script. I want to throw it to my friends over at The Ridge, and I'll be back in a little bit, guys. Go get yourself a Ridge wallet, and we'll be right back with SmackDown with you right here on Off the Script. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are celebrating, and not only because once again we are sponsored by my beautiful friends over at The Ridge, but tonight we are celebrating The Ridge's 10-year anniversary, and that's 10 years of great reviews, iconic products. You guys know how much I personally love The Ridge is obsessed with making durable, space-saving gear that you're actually going to use every single day. So stock up on a wallet. Go get yourself a key case. Go get yourself a ring or a watch and organize your life every single day a little bit better than yesterday, man. I love the Ridge. Everything about it, I love it. And tonight, it is so special that it's going to give you guys 40% off now through March 26th if you go to ridge.com/script. Once again, that's ridge.com/script. And you're going to save 40% off for their 10-year anniversary on anything that the Ridge offers, man. How many times have you guys heard me talk about the Ridge and how ugly your wallet probably looks? I get complimented on my wallet every single time. I want to tell you guys a little bit of a story, man. You know, the nicer weather's coming. I love to go down to the Jersey Shore. I love to go visit my outdoor beer gardens. When I drink my favorite cold beverage outside in the beautiful summer sun, I usually have my wallet face up on the countertop, so I know that I'm ready to pay whatever I order. And I get so many people complimenting not only on my wallet, but at the same time I'm looking at everybody else's wallet. And I'm saying to myself, why don't they have a Ridge? Why are their wallets so ugly and bulky and made of cheap leather and they're all worn down and decrepit? I mean, why would you want to carry around a wallet like this? Why don't you want to carry around a Ridge wallet and make yourself just feel better about yourself? The Ridge is so great, man. Up to 12 cards in this thing you can hold, plus room for cash. There's over 30 different colors, including carbon fiber and burnt titanium. Their wallets have over 50,000 five-star reviews, so you guys know that you're getting quality. The durable material means each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. And the Ridge team is so confident that they will actually let you test drive this for 99 days. You can send it back for a full refund if you don't love it. And one of the most important qualities about the Ridge wallet, it is RFID locking with RFID locking technology. So you guys know you are safe from digital pickpockets when you're out there this summer. It's unbelievable, man. So please, go get yourself a Ridge wallet. Ridge.com/script. Once again, that's ridge.com/script. Save 40% off for their 10-year anniversary. And I want to thank my great friends over at the Ridge once again sponsoring today's podcast right here on Off the Script. I want to thank you guys again for being here tonight, man. I want to thank the Ridge for sponsoring the show tonight on Off the Script. Follow me on social media at JDNY206. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Cameo. You guys know the deal. Links are down in the description for all my socials. So go check that out. Also, go check out yesterday's OTS Extra, man. We'll talk about a couple of hot button topics going into WrestleMania. Triple H apparently has a one-year roadmap for creative after WrestleMania. Also, WWE is not set on any of the winners of WrestleMania. We'll talk about more on that story on Sunday's podcast. And you guys can go check that out on the homepage along with everything else you find in this. So go check that stuff out. Also, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. You guys know the deal. Subscribe, turn on the bell, so you guys are notified of everything we do here. Super chats are open. Get them on in. We'll hang out at the end of the show as always. And memberships, man. Next Friday is going to be members only for the reveal and the opening night of My Mother's Basement. So you guys want to get in on the chat, you need to be a channel member. So make sure you guys hit that join button down below and become a channel member right here on OTS. And Sunday night, man. Sunday night we're kicking things off for WrestleMania week. It's going to be a major show, man. I have a lot to say on this CM Punk story, man. I don't know what you guys are thinking about with CM Punk, but Sunday night, I know a lot of people want my opinion. A lot of people reach out to me. What do I think? What do I think? We're going to talk about it on Sunday night, man. Big top story for Sunday night podcast. What a great way to open up WrestleMania weekend. So make sure you guys join me over there on Sunday night for OTS. We'll dive into all that plus the weekly news, as always, right here on episode, I believe it's going to be 471 on Sunday. So make sure you guys go check that out and be in the venue for Sunday night. Should be awesome.
There's no I in team, but there is one in Indeed, and that's the hiring platform that you need to build yours. You're hiring, you need Indeed. Instead of spending hours on multiple job sites searching for candidates with the right skills, you need a powerful hiring platform that can help you do it all. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it makes hiring all in one place so easy because Indeed does the hard work for you. They show you the candidates whose resumes on Indeed fit your description immediately after you post so you can hire faster. Join more than 3 million businesses worldwide who use Indeed to hire great talent fast. Start hiring now with a $75 sponsored job credit to upgrade your job post at Indeed.com/BlueWireSports. Offer good for a limited time. Claim your $75 credit now at Indeed.com/BlueWireSports. That's Indeed.com/BlueWireSports. And support the show by saying that you heard it on this podcast. Indeed.com/BlueWireSports. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
SmackDown opened up, man, with Cody Rhodes versus Ludwig Kaiser of Impact. I mean, he was touting this match as a warm-up for Cody Rhodes. Now, you can label it any way you want. I didn't look at it as a warm-up. I actually looked at this match as a glimpse into the future, to be quite honest. I looked at this match as a sign of what's to come. And depending on when Cody Rhodes wins the World Championship, because I do believe he will win the World Championship at some point this year. And he will be the guy to take down Roman. Whether it happens at WrestleMania or not, that remains to be seen. I would rather him not do it at WrestleMania, but to maybe later in the year to do it. But coming out of the Royal Rumble, Cody was in there with Luther. They were the final two in the Royal Rumble. A lot of people were like, oh, this is going to be a world title match in the future. Yes, of course it is. Because you got Cody Rhodes, who's the American Nightmare, the clear fucking top baby face. He's the biggest baby face in the company. He is the guy everybody loves. He's the American hero, right? Blue collar Cody Rhodes against the international villain known as Luther, who stands for everything that is pro wrestling, and he loves everything about the sport, and the sport is sacred, the man is sacred. And he's got his henchmen, Fabian Eichner and Marcel Bartel, or I'm calling them by their NXT names, Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig. Whether it happens one-on-one with them, before SummerSlam, at SummerSlam, after SummerSlam, we may be looking at that at next year's WrestleMania, maybe the fall before. Cody versus Luther. Who knows? So, I think this is not so much of a warm-up, more of a, hey, this is about to go down this year, and Cody versus Luther. I mean, just makes absolute sense. It's something that is destined to happen. And it's going to be bad. I can't wait to see it. And the story there is very, very promising. WWE's own price over there for Cody. But this was an exhibition of the guys. Obviously, you knew Cody's not going to lose WrestleMania. He predicted he would get an entrance. He's the forgotten one in Imperium. I guess him and Giovanni Vinci aren't worth an entrance. So, I mean, Vinci was out there alongside Kaiser. They did not get an entrance. Cody got his entrance. Solo Sikoa walked out, and he at one point distracted Rhodes. Paul Heyman was out there. He was watching on. If you guys remember what Solo was doing on Raw, he was in there with Cody. He tried to attack Cody. Roman said, no, not now, because Cody belittled him and said Solo is not ready yet. And he's under the thumb of Roman Reigns. So I'll get to that in a second, but they're all out there. And Kaiser's in control, took advantage of Cody after a shot block. Rhodes and Kaiser, they're in the middle of the ring. They traded shots back and forth. Rhodes got the better of Kaiser with a power slam. Vinci was outside, trying to distract the referee, allowing Imperium to work together here. Rhodes went for Crossroads, but Kaiser countered with a roll-up for a near fall. Rhodes fought back with a Cody cutter, and then eventually hit Crossroads for. So that was basically it after the match. This is what is really the most important part of what happened here between Cody Rhodes and Ludwig Kaiser. Paul Heyman gets in the ring, and there's a nice little promo here from Paul Heyman. And then obviously Cody. Afterwards, after Cody got the Crossroads on Kaiser, Heyman is in the ring with a microphone. And he gave Solo a look because of what happened on Monday Night Raw. And Heyman shot Solo a look that said he thought Cody was impressive. Cody looked good tonight. Heyman stopped Solo from stepping into the ring. So they're not letting these two get face-to-face just yet. Said the ring announcer Samantha Irving did a bad job declaring him the winner, Cody Rhodes. He then announced Cody Rhodes as the winner in the Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns way. The emphasis on how he announces them. He did the same thing to Cody Rhodes. Cody sucked up the words. He seemed to enjoy Paul Heyman's play on his victory here. Heyman said that the Cody Rhodes had seized his road to WrestleMania with a giant pothole in front of him. That being his scheduled match on Raw on Monday against Solo Sikoa. And that's going to be very interesting. Cody can't lose on the road to WrestleMania. And Cody is undefeated. Cody is undefeated since he's returned to WWE. Solo Sikoa is also. I don't think Solo's undefeated. I think he's lost the DQ here and there. But Solo has not been pinned on the main roster since being called up from NXT. So it's going to be a very, very interesting story going into Monday Night Raw with these two one-on-one. More than likely in the main roster. Heyman says if he's Solo, then it's not the road to WrestleMania. All roads lead to Roman Reigns. We'll be live on Snap next week. See him one final time pace. They're calling next week's SmackDown Mania down because it's WrestleMania SmackDown. Cody says, is that what we're doing, Mr. Heyman? Are we moving the goalposts for me again? He said Heyman interrupted him while they were singing the song and now he wants to move the goalposts. Am I expected to say no? He said he should probably say no because he probably shouldn't have wrestled with half of his body hanging off. But he did, and he beat Seth Rollins inside Hell in a Cell. He says, as good as the undefeated Solo is, you are not ready. And he points at Solo. So the crowd starts chanting, you're not ready. He said, after Solo finds out on Raw they're ready, Roman Reigns will find out the same thing at WrestleMania. He threw the mic down at Paul Heyman. And Michael Cody is confident going into WrestleMania. You know, there's a big emphasis the last couple of weeks on the "You're Not Ready" by Cody Rhodes. He mentioned it on Monday to Solo. He mentioned it again tonight. "You're not ready" to Solo. He's got the fans chanting at Solo, "You're not ready." On Monday, more than likely, fans are going to be chanting, "You're not ready." I wonder if that's a play on words. What's going to happen to Cody Rhodes? He wants to start calling out people saying that they are not ready. Well, Cody goes into WrestleMania and he loses to Roman. Is this a little play on words that he may not be ready himself for Roman Reigns? I don't know. So we'll see what happens there. But I'm interested in this match. See what happens on Monday with Solo and Cody. You know, basic promo, very straightforward. Nothing really here that was said added to anything that was said previously in regards to these things. Yeah, like I said, it's going to be interesting. Does Solo lose? I don't know. I don't think Solo gets pinned. Cody's not going to get pinned. But who knows? Solo may end up beating Cody, and Solo may end up cheating to win, proving that Cody may not be ready. I have no idea. Or maybe they just go and do what WWE usually does. They hype up a big-time match, and then they ruin it with a DQ. The Usos come in, and there's a 3-on-1 attack with Cody, and then we get Sami and KO out there, and we get these 6-man tag team match booked the next week's SmackDown, WrestleMania SmackDown. That's what I'm going for. I think it's going to end in a 3-on-1 beatdown at Cody Rhodes from the Bloodline. Out comes Sami and KO. We get a big 6-man tag team match to give you a WrestleMania preview. That's my prediction. So we'll see what happens next week on Monday Night Raw. But we'll see. I want you guys to keep that in the back of your mind. I want you guys to think about what has been said here, man. They don't just say things on purpose. And things that come out of Cody Rhodes' mouth, everything that Cody says has been. And I want you guys to really sink your teeth into this one. You're not ready. Is this a glimpse into the future for Cody Rhodes? Is he saying Solo's not ready? Or is this going to come back to bite Cody in the ass and he legitimately is not the one ready for Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. I don't know. Could be. Find out. Charlotte Flair. I can't stand Charlotte Flair at all. She is absolutely terrible. Everything about Charlotte is just... She's just awful. Everything about Charlotte Flair is awful. Now, I'm trying to find the dialogue for Charlotte's promo here because I really do want to use the Android voice, but I may not be able to use the Android voice here. So we will see what happens with my notes. I'm trying to find the dialogue here. Charlotte, she's coming out, and she's obviously building towards her match with Rhea Ripley at WrestleMania. Not that anybody knows. There was a report that the WrestleMania Night 1 main event will indeed be Charlotte and Rhea Ripley. Listen, I just read a report that WWE doesn't even know the winners and losers of what's going on for WrestleMania. Now, they have an idea of who's main eventing WrestleMania. I mean, this shit went on right at the third spot in the show. KO and Sammy did a KO show in the main event. It was the last thing that we saw. So, to me, what does WWE want you to think is the main event? Charlotte and Rhea Ripley? Or Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Usos? I didn't see Charlotte main event tonight show. I didn't see Charlotte in the main event segment. I didn't even see Rhea Ripley on the fucking show tonight. She wasn't even there. So, to you, what does WWE want you to think is the main event? Certainly not this. Charlotte is in the ring, and she's in the center of the ring posing, and she says that it's only 8 days until WrestleMania. She then says this: she's been champion for 14 times. It wasn't built on fear.
It wasn't built on fear, insecurities, or nemesis.
That's what she says. Their title reigns have not been built on fear, insecurities, or nepotism. She said all of these things have been used against her since day one. She said that fear is ignorance, and the business wasn't built on fear, it was built on respect. Charlotte said she respects Rhea Ripley. Really now? I find that very hard to believe, Miss Flair. I don't think you respect anybody. The only person in this division that you respect is Charlotte Flair. The crowd then started to what? Charlotte Flair. They gave her the what chance. And Charlotte then asked the crowd, are you guys really giving me the what chance? I'm trying to be serious, and this is very important stuff. And then she starts talking over them, and she cut the crowd off. Charlotte ran down a list of former opponents. She mentioned Becky and the Bellas and Bayley and Sasha. She mentioned Sasha tonight. Very quickly, but she was mentioned. Charlotte then said that she has insecurities and she built the house with every brick the crowd has thrown at her. Charlotte mentioned her third point, nepotism. Charlotte then said that she loves her dad and she won't apologize for continuing the greatest legacy in sports entertainment. She then said if you like it, you like it. If you don't, you better learn to love it because diamonds are forever and so is Charlotte Flair. This promo was bad. You know, a lot of people, man, they're so blinded. They're so blinded when it comes to Charlotte Flair because all the big-time media outlets and the big-time journalists, you know, they're all pro Charlotte Flair. They won't call it out like it really is because they got rub elbows and they're close with the PR department and they're close with talent on the shows. You guys know the whole rigmarole. This promo sucked. And WWE has taken a match. Now, Charlotte sucks as a babyface. I mean, I can't stand her as a fucking heel either. But she sucks. She's actually more nauseating as a babyface than she is as a heel. So what WWE did tonight, is take a match that has absolutely zero heat to it. and they tried to inject some life into the feud with a brawl last week, and then they have Charlotte come out and cut what I thought was a slightly heelish promo. This was more of a heel promo for Charlotte than it was a babyface promo. So now what WWE has done is made people care less about Charlotte Flair, and now we may be getting at WrestleMania a situation where we have a heel versus a heel in a match that has zero heat and nothing behind it as far as a story. The SmackDown Women's Championship. I don't know what they did here. I really don't know what they did here. Charlotte is never a good promo. Ever. The way she speaks is disgusting. It's nauseating. And I can't wait for Rhea Ripley to take the championship off for WrestleMania because Charlotte, you know, she can brag all she wants about how she's built the division brick by brick and, you know, all this other shit and hype up her 14 title reign. Charlotte hasn't built a fucking thing. I don't understand where this ideology comes from that Charlotte Flair has built anything. What has she built? If she's so good, if she's Bob the Builder, if she's Tim the Toolman Taylor, I love to see it because I don't really. Actually, no, she's not even fucking Tim. Al Borland was the star of that fucking show. Tim was a fucking klutz. She's Al Borland. She thinks she's Al Borland out there. She's not. She's actually more reminiscent, more of a Tim the Toolman intention and Bill shit. If she was so good, this division would be a lot better off before her. It's not. She's come back and done jack shit. She's done nothing. The division is worse. The championship feels absolutely as irrelevant as it did when Ronda and Liv Morgan were holding the championships. I can't tell the fucking difference. Liv Morgan was a better fucking champion than Charlotte Flair. Charlotte is done nothing. Now we're going into this because, oh my god, it's been 3 years, and oh my god, this match was supposed to happen at WrestleMania 36, whatever the fucking case may be. So here we are, we're getting it, let's move on, let's give Rhea her championship, and Charlotte everything that she is a part of absolutely is the most unimportant thing on the show because she doesn't emit importance. The women's division on SmackDown and on Raw are nauseating. They are terrible. There's nothing good coming out of either feud at WrestleMania. There's nothing good coming out of either division. And WWE right now today, they're in a bad place. AEW's in a bad place. Their women's division, all women's divisions across all these companies are fucking terrible. There's nothing going on. There's no direction. There's no importance. Nothing feels big. Nothing feels like, oh my god, must see. Everything that happens in these divisions, if it happens, you ain't missing shit. Because nothing is happening. Nothing is happening. I had people today trying to convince me because Fightful put out a tweet, and I love making people fucking angry on Twitter. You know, Bianca Belair, blah, 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 she's got one of the longest title reigns in Monday Night Raw history. Great athlete. I love Bianca. I think Bianca is a great pro wrestler. But man, oh man, is her reign fucking boring. There's nothing that's happened in this title reign that I remember as being, oh, but what about the Becky Lynch thing? The feud sucked. Do you remember what happened in that feud? To you, that was a good feud. That was a good feud. The matches were great. The matches were great. They gave us one of the best women's matches of the entire year. At SummerSlam and at WrestleMania. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you the story was great. Then you can go back even before that. Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair, that was even a fucking disaster. The Bayley feud was okay, but they ran that shit into the ground. So, all of Bianca's title run, I mean, it's just lame storytelling. And now look at this new possible. I mean, well, what do we got? We got Austin dancing around, and I got geeks online. Oh, well, she used to dance in Japan. I don't give a fuck what happened in Japan. No time for it back. No time for it back to Japan. I don't give a fuck what happened in Japan. I didn't watch anything that happened in Japan. You know what I'm worried about? What happens here in America. That's what I'm worried about. Worried about Austin now. I'm not worried about fucking Ghana from 10 years ago, 20 years ago when it started. I don't give a fuck. Oh, she used to dance all the time. I don't give a shit. We were told something was going to happen. Ghana comes out of the Royal Rumble looking like a fucking maniac killer. And then 3 weeks later, she's fucking dancing around like a fucking fiend on SmackDown. With no makeup. Who's in charge there? Triple H or Vince McMahon? Because what I saw was more of a Vince McMahon Oscar than a Triple H Oscar. I mean, their fucking feud has been built up. Can they coexist? And you want me to sit here and tell you that Triple H is in charge 100% right? Fucking great. Most of the story is the women's division sucks. Yes, Donzel. Yes. But she used to dance. Fucking great. Holy shit. Social media sucks, man. There's a reason why people that have they got the IQ for England on social media. Moving on. Really got that on my system. Rey Mysterio. He goes one-on-one with LA Knight. Decent little match here, man. Decent little match. And you know what? LA Knight got the victory. LA Knight got a win, man. Holy shit. Holy shit. LA Knight got a win, man. Wow. Wow. It wasn't even about the match. It was what happened after the match. Apparently, LA Knight beat Rey Mysterio because of Dominic Mysterio. Dominic tripped up Rey, and that led to LA Knight basically, I think he looked like he so he may not. He may have not looked the tights, but Rey Mysterio set up for a moonsault. Dominic comes out. He walked down to ringside. He distracted Rey, so Rey's up there. He's like, is that my son's sleeve? You know, the baby faces go up to the top rope, and then all of a sudden somebody's fucking theme music goes off, and all of a sudden, let me do an example. Oh yeah, they're wrestling, and all of a sudden you start hearing, whoa! They're looking around like, what the fuck? Let's just focus on the fucking guy you have in the ring. You're looking around. So, Dominic's music hit. Dominic walked to ringside, distracting Rey. Knight took advantage, knocked Rey off the top rope. They repeated the same exact spot from the Cody and Kaiser match where Solo Sikoa distracted Rhodes. Knight was firmly in control here, took over on Rey with a boot. Knight missed an elbow. This allowed Rey to get a springboard bulldog, followed with a seated senton, springboard crossbody, goes for a cover, gets a T-count. Knight hit a power slam, a running power slam, but dropped Rey Mysterio from behind. So that was a very unique move by LA Knight. Pretty interesting looking move there. Rey hits a DDT, sets up the 619. Knight counted it, blocked it, caught him in mid 619. Rey set up on the other side of the ring to do the 619. Dominic tripped up Rey while running the ropes. This allowed Knight to schoolboy him for the win. I could not see a vantage point. I don't know if Knight hooked the tights or not, but Knight, regardless, got the win with the assist for the win by Dominic.
Guess I grabbed it.
After the match, Dominic got into the ring and demanded Rey accept his WrestleMania challenge. So he asked Rey if he's going to be a man who face him at WrestleMania. Mysterio motioned no with his finger, and dropped out of the ring. He started walking away like he did the last 2 weeks. Dominic told Mysterio to walk away like he always does. Dominic turned to his mom, and then, who was sitting at ringside, by the way, him and The family were there in the front row. Dominic was there. We see his mother and his sister were sitting in the front row. Dominic turned to his mom and asked her how it felt to be married to a pathetic loser who can't stand up to his own son. Dominic then introduced his mom and sister to the crowd. And what? My mom and sister are here tonight, Las Vegas. Dominic walked up to them. He said that his mom stood there and watched what Mysterio did while he was growing up. Your dad's a deadbeat. You did nothing to do anything about this, which makes you a deadbeat mom, just like he's a deadbeat dad. Aaliyah then got in Dominic's face because he started scolding his own mother. And he told Aaliyah, his sister, that she was too stupid to do anything about it. Dominic's mom grabbed the microphone and started to speak, but Dominic told her to shut up and grab the microphone very forcefully from his mother's hands. This is when Ray got pissed. Ray came around the corner, and Dominic is standing there. All of a sudden, Ray goes up to Dominic and throws a right hand that pops Las Vegas huge. People were chanting yes over the fact that Dominic got his fucking jaw leveled by his own father. Excellent stuff. He told Ray, or Ray told Dominic rather, that to do this to you tonight. He told Dominic never to disrespect his own mother. That's my wife. That's your mother. That's your sister. Mysterio then accepted Dominic's challenge for WrestleMania. Dominic retreated up the ramp, and Rey Mysterio went to go check on his wife and his daughter at ringside. So, number one, finally a win for LA Knight. Not like it's going to matter much of anything. There are rumors that LA Knight might be. There are rumors going around that LA Knight might be the mystery opponent for Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania. We will have to wait and see what's going on with that. But it did state this week, via some reports that I seen floating around, that that idea has been discussed. But this was excellent. This was so good. I was kind of hoping a little bit deep down that WWE would have Dominic be a little bit more vile to his family, but I think they really kind of did what they were allowed to do. They pushed the envelope as far as they could here with Dom. I would have loved to see just a little bit more. I know a lot of people expressed that, it needs to happen at the Hall of Fame. Rey Mysterio needs to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, needs to give a speech, and then Dominic confronts him then and kind of beats him up at the Hall of Fame, and he does something to the family at the Hall of Fame. Maybe WWE kind of wanted to stay away from that. I don't know. Maybe it was an idea. Maybe they did internally discuss that. I have no idea. But they wanted to go the safe route. They wanted to maybe leave the Hall of Fame alone and just bring this moment where they are inducted into the Hall of Fame and then just sing it over. So they did it tonight. And we have 1 week left to go. Now we got 1 week of build left, and the build has been fantastic. So I can't really sit here and hate anything they did, man. I think this has been beautifully built. To me, this is the second biggest storyline going into WrestleMania, the most well-constructed story going into WrestleMania outside Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus Usos. And I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be great. So I think they're actually going to have a banger match. I think you're going to see a different Dominic. I think this is the best Dominic that we've got so far. And it should be exciting to see. Lacey Evans! I should just skip this match one here. Lacey Evans and Desire Lee versus Shotzi and Natalya. I can't even begin to tell you how cringe it looked. Natalya riding on the back of Shotzi's tent. Cringe. I mean, I held my head down in shit. It was so fucking embarrassing to watch. The winner of this match gets a spot in this absolutely universally wasted women's fatal 4-way tag team match, where the winner supposedly gets a next title opportunity after WrestleMania. Natalya and Shotzi won, and Natalya and Shotzi will not be winning the #1 contendership for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships. Natalya put the structure on Xia Li for the win. That's all you need to know, because this was a really wasted play. For everybody that watched, 4 minutes, right down the top. A little Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez Gonzalez. They were outside sitting, watching the match because they're so invested on who wins this match. So, Shayna Baszler and Ronda. Ronda Rousey, they walk out. Baszler has a microphone. Baszler said that everyone in the ring wants revenge on them. He then ran down the injuries they dealt with because Shayna had injured, I think it's his nose, Rodriguez his arm, and she broke his spirit. I believe she said. They started walking through the ring. Ronda then stopped Shayna, and then asked how many times they sold out this arena in Las Vegas. How many times they've sold out Las Vegas? I don't know, Ronda. How many times did you sell it out? I don't know who the fuck you care about that statistic. Both you and those that reside on Rousey. Rousey says they never appreciated her. The fans and Las Vegas never appreciated her, and they won't give them any more tonight. Baszler then says that Rousey and herself have been added to the WrestleMania Fatal 4-Way match. I don't know when this is taking place, not one or not two, and they will wrestle for an opportunity at the Women's Tag Team Championship. So, let me get this straight, Bruce, Vince, or whoever's fucking running things over there. This match, right, this showcase match means so much to WWE that you gave us qualifying matches for you to then only put Ronda and Shayna in the match without actually qualifying. Thanks for telling me who won the fucking Fatal 4-Way at WrestleMania before we even get to WrestleMania, Bruce, Vince, or whoever's booking this fucking shit. This shit sucks. I said this last week and I'm repeating it. I don't know why they just don't give Ronda and Shayna Baszler the fucking women's tag team opportunity. Who gives a flying motherfucker about this match? You're wasting this. You want to bet? You think Brock Lesnar and Omos is a bad move right now? This is a bad move right now. I don't know if I'm going to see my notes now. What a complete waste of time. Why does Shayna and Ronda get automatic hand if everybody else has got to qualify? Sounds like a Vince McMahon move to me. Adam Pearce. He's in the ring with Drew McIntyre. We have an Intercontinental Championship contract signing for WrestleMania. Adam Pearce welcomed the crowd to the contract signing. He introduced Drew McIntyre, but Sheamus' music cut him off as Sheamus made his entrance with Butch and Rich Holland. Sheamus asked what the crack was in Las Vegas. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's an Ireland thing. What's crack in Las Vegas? I don't know. Since everyone's been asking him why he's so mad at Drew McIntyre. He then says, imagine telling your best friend he's after a goal, then your friend tries to steal the goal. Sheamus said he let McIntyre live on his couch. Sheamus and Bruce got on the apron. Sheamus called McIntyre a backstabber. McIntyre told Sheamus to shut up, and then said Sheamus has been trying to make him feel bad all this time. McIntyre said that reminded everyone why they're the most physical wrestlers in all of WWE. Then said that they should have been in the bar afterwards with Sheamus, get separated from personal and what's business. Drew then throws a shot at Sheamus and says he beat Sheamus, and he knows he can beat Gunther, but history shows that Sheamus can beat Gunther as he sits 0-2 against the champ. Pearce then gets involved because things were getting heated, asks both men to sign the contract. McIntyre signed it, slammed the contract down. Sheamus signed it. 2 of the 3 men signed it. McIntyre tossed his pen into the crowd, started yelling at Sheamus. Gunther makes his entrance. Gunther entered the ring and got it out of Pierce's face and told Pierce, I need you to justify this decision to make it a triple threat match. EXY, he's in a match where if the other guys hit each other, he then loses his championship. Gunther signed the contract. He didn't even want to hear Adam Pearce's explanation because he probably knew he wasn't going to get one. So he signed the contract anyway. He asked Pierce if he was happy now that the match was now official under his rules. He looked at Sheamus. He looked at McIntyre. I'm going to beat you. I'm going to beat you. And he says, I could easily beat you. He points at Rich Holland. And then he points at Bush. And then Gunther says, well, what the fuck are you looking at? He didn't say it that way. He says, what are you looking at? He points at Bush. Bush leaps over the table. He starts rolling with Gunther. So Holland is holding Butch back at this point. Gunther yells at Adam Pearce and shoves him into the corner and gets in his face and yells at him to make a match between him and Butch right now. Gunther was so angry he picked up the whole fucking table where they did the contract signing and he threw it over the top pipe and he threw it into the fucking crowd at one point. This was actually pretty entertaining. Very entertaining. Butch leaping over the table. You know, let me at him! Let me at him, Scoop! You know, we got a little Butch. We got a little Butch there. With him jumping over the table and jumping on Gunther, but this was solid. Gunther got a nice reaction coming out. This match is going to be a fucking bang. I mean, if you enjoyed Sheamus and Gunther, part 1 and part 2, this match is going to be just as good as those matches were. Drew McIntyre did. It's going to be those matches on fucking steroids. What's going to be? It's great. Can't wait to see it. This should be a colossal match at WrestleMania. And Sheamus is going to be the new Intercontinental Champion. It doesn't happen there. I don't think it's ever. Ready? Pete Dunne is supposed to be. Listen, Pete Dunne is supposedly coming back, and Triple H wants to bring the Bruiserweight to the main roster. He wants to drop the Butch name, and he wants to bring the Bruiserweight back like he did on NXT. If I can find the report here, I did see it earlier today, if I am not mistaken. Just give me a second here. I see. Now we'll just go over it on Sunday. But yeah, I mean, Triple H has plans to bring back the Cruiserweight, the WWE. I can't find the report right now live on screen, but there is a report going around that Triple H has been planning to bring the Cruiserweight back to the WWE main roster, give Pete Dunne his name back, and give him his old gimmick back that he had in Black and Gold NXT. And tonight was supposed to be the start of that. I didn't really see anything out of the ordinary from Butch on tonight's show, but if we start getting the ball rolling on that, it's going to be a great deal. Listen, I love the Brutes. I think Butch being aligned with the Brutes is still a good thing. All I would do is change his name. Come up with a little story to change his name, give him the Bruiserweight gimmick back, and have him still be aligned with Sheamus and Rich Holland. I think they're a solid act. There is absolutely no, especially if they're babyfaces, there's absolutely no reason why you should break Pete Dunne away from the Brawling Brutes. I think that would actually do more harm than good. He's not the most overly charismatic guy. He's not a great promo. He fits well with them. So why would you move him?
Seems to be
And I don't think Rich Holland is at a point where he can exist on his own either. I think Butch or Pete Dunne now aligned with Rich and Sheamus is the right idea. So hopefully they do end up keeping that, as they don't ruin that great dynamic. But we got Butch with Sheamus and Rich Holland versus Gunther here. This was a throwback, kind of, to their NXT days. And this match went